Hey guys, welcome back. So how much do you really know about the Seminole Heights area and some of the surrounding neighborhoods? Have you considered it as far as its affordability, its proximity to everything? And I don't know, there's some little parts of this area that I did not even know existed, so I want to show it to you today. So let's get after it right now. So to me, the cool thing about Seminole Heights is that it's got this vintage vibe, but with like a little modern flair. There's, oh my gosh, and there's this eagle right here. I don't know if you can see him right behind me. But there's so many cool things about Seminole Heights that I don't think a lot of people take into consideration when it comes to the vintage and historical appeal. If you like a craftsman style home, if you like something with a little bit more character and nuance, then you're gonna really want to consider Seminole Heights. Not to mention, if you're coming from a city and you like that city buzz and vibe, and you like to go out to really cool places and get a drink after work, or some really amazing restaurants, up and down North Florida Boulevard, we've got some of the best restaurants in town, not to mention a bunch of breweries. We're gonna talk about that. And then we're gonna talk about some homes. I'm gonna show you a couple of different homes that are currently available. It's been really slim pickings right now to find something under 500K in our area in general, but especially in Seminole Heights because it's getting super, super popular. But there's some little neighborhoods around Seminole Heights in particular. You've got Wellswood, you've got Rivercrest, you've got Tampa Heights, and even some little areas on the east side of 275, which if you've followed me, you know, I don't really like us to go too far east of 275 because you judge it for yourself and let me know. I also want to talk about convenience. The great thing about Seminole Heights is that when I did a little search on the map, you're only about 6 miles roughly from the airport and about 5 miles from downtown Tampa. You're 3 miles from the Bucks Stadium and Steinbrenner baseball field, and you're about 6 miles from South Tampa and only 5 miles to the Riverwalk, which is our downtown Tampa area where Armature Works is, Eulalie, Rick's on the River, all the boats running up and down this river that's right behind me. So it's very centrally located when you're thinking of commute times, right? I'm starting to fall in love with the little area neighborhood in here called Wellswood. Wellswood is across the river over there. And the cost of living in Wellswood is about 4% lower than the rest of Tampa. Now, they've got some homes that need some help. And I've noticed some of the homes that I showed one of my clients was a little bit small. It lacked a second bathroom. So there are some houses, yes, under that 400 or even under the 500 range, but you might be sacrificing a bathroom. So you have to be willing to think outside the box and create your own space. You might have to expand out and add things. There's also Riverside Heights, Tampa Heights, Rivercrest, not to mention the soul of Seminole Heights, which is right in the center of Seminole Heights. Basically, when I think about Seminole Heights, I think of anything up and down North Florida Avenue, right? Because that's where I do all my socializing. If I'm gonna go have a drink, I'm gonna go to the Sea House and I'm gonna have a cocktail. Or I'm gonna go to Mandarin Heights and have one of my favorite smoked old fashions and sit around and hang out with my friends. I'll go to the front porch and have some amazing meatloaf, by the way. So you've got a Rooster in the Till, one of the best restaurants in town, and I think he's a Michelin star rated chef or something like that. Anyway, he's highly rated, amazing food. And then you're in close proximity to all the amazing things that Tampa Heights is now starting to provide as you bleed down into the Armature Works area, downtown Tampa, and again to the river. And let's not forget the breweries, right? Because craft breweries are now the thing, and Seminole Heights has them in spades. A few of them are Angry Chair Brewing, Common Dialect Beer Works, that's new, I hadn't heard about that one. Magnacious Brewing, Ology Brewing, C1949 is a beer garden. This little nugget area has so much to offer if you're someone that's looking to, leave the city life but come into a bit of a city suburban life where you can have a house, you can have a backyard, but you can bike, just like this guy a little behind me. He's biking on the trail here. People are biking, walking their dogs. I'm seeing eagles like crazy flying around. Now, we are on the river, so you are gonna have some potential alligators, but boats have been going by, and it's like a little bit of heaven over here. You've got a little bit of Florida everywhere. So let's dive into some of the houses so I can show you the styles. Again, we've got the 1900 craftsman style home, which is pretty much the majority of the houses here. And then you've got some of the houses that are in that 1950s range. Some of them are gonna be renovated. Some of them are not. As you've heard me say before, like you get what you get out here, right? Some are gonna be renovated, some are not. Some are gonna only have one bathroom. It's ridiculous. But you also have new construction. So I'm noticing certain developers are taking over big lots and putting up a bunch of houses, and they're kind of keeping that craftsman style theme to try to keep the integrity of the neighborhood sort of the same, not putting, there are some modern homes, let's be honest, but in reality, you're still gonna get that eclectic, vintage modern feel, okay? Well, all right, so I'm gonna stop talking so we can go take a look at some houses. All right, let's go. Hey guys, okay, so here we are at the first home tour in Seminole Heights. This is a 3.2, 1260 square feet, and it's at $399. So let's go inside and take a look. Okay, so here's another house in Seminole Heights, and it's very comparable to the one we just saw. 3.2, 1658 square feet. And let's see how it compares. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right. So what did you guys think of those homes I showed you? I'd really love to know in the comments what your thoughts were. I'm gonna tell you honestly, I think some of them were a little small bedroom-wise, and the bathrooms seemed a little cramped. So these are the things as you're looking in these areas, not just Seminole Heights, but other areas, depending on how they're renovated. You know, when you've got 1,200 square foot or 1,300 square foot and you're trying to make it conducive to buyers like you that want the latest and greatest, they really should be expanding these houses if they would just ask me my opinion. But anyway, I'm looking for your opinion. Tell me below what you think, okay? What's really cool is I'm standing here and the wind's blowing. All the little fuzz on this plant are blowing at me like snow. It's kind of funny. This park is really, really beautiful and very well maintained. So let's talk about parks in the area. First, we have to talk about Lowry Park Zoo. We have one of the best zoos in the area. I believe Lowry Park Zoo was featured on like Animal Planet or something. It's one of those zoos that is pretty popular, I guess, with rehab and that sort of thing. But take your kids there, they have really fun events. And then you've got Rivercrest Park, you got Henry and Ola Park, Gideon's Park, Wellswood Baseball Park. So you have plenty of park options. You've got a lot of green space where you can kick the soccer ball, throw the football, whatever you want to do. And then again, of course, you've got all these bike paths everywhere. So there's a lot of biking around here, a lot of dog walking. I'm seeing a lot of dog walking, a lot of couples out walking, and it's not even that late in the day. So the weather is perfect right now. So a lot of people are enjoying the outside. So again, you can have your outdoor time. You can have these wonderful water views if you want to get yourself on the river here. I have a friend that lives on the river and with her boat, and she loves taking her little sunset cruises up and down the river. What could be better? As far as shopping, let's talk about it this way. If you like vintage shopping, if you like tattoo studios and that sort of thing, you've got all those options for sure. Little coffee shops. Think of it as like quaint, eclectic shopping. Your big box stores, you're probably going to have to head more into like West Shore area, South Tampa, or maybe even up north to New Tampa or Carrollwood actually. So you have surrounding suburban neighborhoods that can provide those big box stores, but you're not really going to have that here. This is going to be your mom and pop kind of joints. You're going to have the local grocery store, the local meat market, that kind of stuff. And then you can travel around the surrounding areas. It keeps falling on me. It's kind of cool. The surrounding areas if you need those big box stores. But don't get me wrong, you're gonna have the Publix grocery stores and the Walgreens and that sort of thing. You're gonna have all that around. You're just not gonna have like a Best Buy at the corner. But the people in this neighborhood, they don't want that here. They wanna keep it local. Very much local pride here. Again, very diverse in this area. It's a little bit more urban because you're closer to our downtown area. So keep that in mind. Seminole Heights has a Sunday morning market. There's also an indie flea market. I mean, there's lots of cool stuff to do around here. When I was showing my client the area, I was like, oh, we would drive down specific streets and I was like, I didn't even know this was here. I didn't even know this was here. That's the best thing about not only doing these videos, but doing home tours with people. It's like you find these little neighborhoods that are so cool. So again, highly recommend Seminole Heights. I think you got to put on your list. It's way more affordable than a lot of other areas in Tampa right now. You can definitely get a deal. Things are staying on the market a little longer. Check back with me in a couple of weeks. I'm going to continue to progress with these home tours and show you price points. And I'm going to talk to you about whether I think things are, prices are dropping or not. We're seeing things level out right now, but things always are changing depending on what's going on in the world. All right, so I think I've shown you as much as I can today about Seminole Heights and some of its little neighborhood areas, and I hope you enjoyed it. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. And until next week, everybody, I'll see you around. Have a good one, bye-bye.